Kamala Harris has chickened out of a debate with Donald Trump. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to the Brian Craig Show podcast, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. The Brian Craig Show podcast is brought to you by Tom Laporta at Laporta Roofing, who will never sell you a roof you do not need, online at laportaroofing.com. Okay, Kamala Harris just thinks she can have everything. I'm going to get the nomination, even though I don't have a vote from anybody. We're just going to throw out the whole primary. We're going to debate with my friends moderating on my friend's channel, or we're not going to debate. She just thinks, and then I'm going to be the president, okay? And then I'm going to destroy me.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what she's suggesting. Yeah. Donald Trump debated Biden, and let me tell you something. That debate that he did with Joe Biden on CNN with Fake Tapper and Dana Bash was the most amazing debate in the history of the presidential debate. It's the first debate, not just between two presidents. It was historic enough because it was just two presidents debating. You never get that. You get a president and like a governor or somebody running for president. You don't get two presidents. But it's the only debate where the candidate of one of the parties was destroyed so much that they were forced to drop out of the race, okay? So Trump went into enemy territory on CNN. He beat Joe Biden. Kamala Harris, she's gotten no votes. In fact, she didn't get any votes in any primary, okay, even in 2020 or this one. And now she says, I will debate Donald Trump, but only if we do it with my friends at ABC who hate Donald Trump.
And who Trump is suing, by the way.
Yeah, he's suing Stephanopoulos.
So there's a conflict.
And if he doesn't do that, even, there'll be no debate. Kamala Harris has been running for president now for 2 weeks. She hasn't taken a single question. She hasn't had a press conference. She's trying to set up a scenario where there is no debate because she's scared to death.
Well, he challenged her to September 4th, Fox News.
Yeah.
And she said no. The report in Breitbart, she's not going to do that. She wants to debate him September 10th, ABC. And Trump had said, if she doesn't show up to the Fox, then I won't be seeing her. So they basically are drawing a line in the sand here, and probably no debate will happen.
When Trump did the first debate there with Biden, okay, he went by every stinking thing they put up. No audience, CNN, this, that, everything else. The reason she wants to do ABC is not just because ABC hates Trump and he's involved in litigation and all of that. They probably will give her the questions in advance.
They'll do everything they can to try to undermine him.
That's correct.
Everything in their wheelhouse.
So under no circumstances should he do that. And she's got a lot of nerve. And, she doesn't want to do any debate anywhere that her friends don't have her back because she's hiding from so many things, right? Just came out over the weekend. Her husband, with his first wife, impregnated the nanny when he was married to his first wife, may have forced her into an abortion. That's coming out. Her husband's company has made millions of dollars from China. Lincoln Riley and many other American women have been murdered, raped, and victimized because of illegals that she's brought in. She's got a lot to hide from. The entire wreck of the economy is her. She's the vice president, so she's number 2 in the Biden administration. So she will not debate unless she's protected. And I don't think Trump should do. Do you think he should? I don't think he should do the ABC debate.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence on it. I don't think he's afraid.
No.
But that's what they'll tell people. But then you could turn that around and say she's afraid. So
he just did a CNN debate. He's got to go on another liberal debate.
I think it's obvious Trump's not afraid of anything.
How about they do this? Why don't they?
I mean, the man was shot literally in the face, got up and walked off the stage. And like J.D. Vance said, he did not miss a day of work. He went back to work the next day. You know what I mean? Kamala can't even take questions from reporters in front of an airplane or do anything off a script. So
that's right.
I don't understand how people can ever call Trump a coward. I mean, that's just absurd. He already did a debate, like you said, and said whatever you want. He got shot and got up
and still spoke to the crowd.
Exactly. Who does that?
And
nobody.
And as J.D. Vance said yesterday, after he got shot, he still hasn't missed a day of work. You know, maybe they could do this. This would be a possible suggestion. Each of them get to pick a moderator. There's 2 moderators. Trump picks one, she picks one, and the one they pick asks the opponent the questions. Like Trump could pick Tucker. Tucker could ask Kamala. She could pick Don Lemon. Don Lemon could question
You should just say
Trump.
this. Biden set the rules for the last debate, so now it's my turn.
Exactly.
What is it on media? Equal time. So I get equal time now. Since he set the rules for that debate, I get to set the rules for this debate. He wants to do it on Fox in like a big stadium in front of a huge crowd, which would be amazing.
That'd be beautiful.
You imagine? That would be so cool.
Be beautiful.
But I have realized when she has her word salads, it's because she's off script. Whenever she is off script, she constantly repeats herself, and I've realized why she does that. She's repeating herself because she's like an actor who forgets their lines, and they're repeating the line over and over to try to remember the next line they're supposed to say.
Right. That's right. It's like a song.
And if you realize that, you realize that's what she's really doing. She memorizes what she's supposed to say when she gives like speeches, and she'll she'll get stuck. She'll get like stuck on a line. Mm-hmm. So she'll repeat it 2 or 3 more times to try to jog her memory of what's to come next. That's what she's doing.
I saw someone over the weekend in one of the liberal places I saw. I can't remember who said this. It was one of these liberals. They said she's not afraid of Trump. She's a trial lawyer. And I started thinking, has anybody ever seen Kamala Harris in a courtroom arguing a court case?
I don't think so at all.
I've not even seen a still photograph of her in a courtroom arguing a case. And I started thinking, and I want to ask you, I don't know what you think about this, Kathy. I might have already asked you this. I don't know. Kathy and I talk so much because we're married, of course, that sometimes I forget, I'm always talking, podcast, radio, YouTube.
It's true. You
Kathy.
even talk in your sleep.
Exactly.
Literally. So you never stop.
So I lose track of, when I said what to who, if I said it or not, or just thought it. I don't know. But it is a fact. We do know for a fact that Kamala Harris failed her bar exam the first time. And as dumb as she is when you see her on television, I'm wondering if she ever took the bar exam. She had this sugar daddy, Willie Brown. She was 29. He was 60. He was married. He bought her a brand new BMW.
I bet it was given to her like everything else.
And got a $90,000 a year job from him from the state. Yep. And that would be something interesting to investigate, because I remember in college when I had to take like big deal stuff, like sometimes you have to take standardized exams that everybody has to take. And then I had to take some test for my teacher certification. I had to show photo ID. Mm-hmm. That was logged in. And there were some times when not only did I have to show photo ID, they took my photograph too when I took credentialing exams. I don't know if any of you have had to do this. And I would like some investigation done to find out if Kamala Harris really took the bar exam. I don't know that she did or not.
Well, Trump can ask for her.
Thinking about that.
I know he asked for Obama's birth certificate. Maybe he can ask for her exam results.
Not the results. We need proof that she took it.
Well, so she became the DA, and she was a lawyer. She was a prosecutor.
I have no doubt she got the right results.
Did she have to? Obviously, she had to show some credentials, but I'm wondering did somebody help her pass the bar, or did somebody
Kathy, this is what
make
I'm saying.
that happen for her?
This is what I'm saying. Willie Brown.
Yeah.
People don't remember. I know people know.
Yeah, maybe he had a hand in this.
People know who Willie Brown is, but unless you were around back then, he was, when Clinton was president, outside of the Clinton family and the orbit in Washington, he was one of the top 5 most powerful, prominent Democrats in America.
So let me
tell you what I'm suggesting. Okay.
So he was the mayor of San Francisco, right?
He was also the head of their state legislature and the mayor of San Francisco.
And that's where her entire career was born.
Through him.
In that city where he was ruling
He
over.
was more powerful I would say this.
Yeah.
Willie Brown during that time was as powerful as, say, Pelosi is now in the Democrat Party.
Right.
He was a big deal. People forget that. So what I'm suggesting is this. That if he gave her while he was married, he was 60, she was 29. Not only did he give her a brand new BMW, but he actually got her 2 state jobs that were fake jobs she really didn't have to show up to. The first one was for $72,000 a year. Then he got her a $90,000 a year job.
Yeah.
That was a similar thing, all state money. So
exactly.
He was her sugar daddy. If her sugar daddy was so hooked up, he got her a $90,000 a year job in a BMW. You mean to tell me he couldn't get the results that she had passed the bar without really passing it?
Exactly. No, I think that's
so.
exactly
So
what
I
happened.
don't want the result certificate that you get. I would like when I had to take some testing for teacher certification, which is not as big of a deal as the bar exam. Bar exam is bigger than that. But when I graduated college, I had to take these tests from the state of Florida. I had to go to an independent testing center apart from my college, from my university. I had to show photo ID, and they took my photograph. And I remember when I got the results, they had a picture of my driver's license and my photograph at the testing center, the testing location. There are similar things that are done with the bar exam because it's such a big deal. I would like.
So you're wondering if he just made a phone call to a friend and,
correct.
And got her law license.
Got her passed on the bar. Yes, I'm wondering that.
Did she even take it?
We know she failed it the first time.
Right.
So she might have gone to her sugar daddy.
To him, and he might have just and a few clicks in the computer and boom.
And he was connected enough to make something like that happen. But
absolutely.
So let me play this clip. This is
I mean, we know she's a moron.
This is from ABC today, okay? Their Sunday show with Stephanopoulos. He has Byron Donalds on. And this is where Kamala wants him to go debate with this guy, right?
Stephanopoulos has become a very angry
midget
man.
Yes.
He's a very angry and bitter man. Yeah. And he always seemed before like a happy-go-lucky
he's nasty
kind of guy. And nasty. He has gotten very nasty.
So he is obsessed over this thing that Trump brought up, that Kamala's not black, possibly. And he has Byron Donalds on, and this is the exchange. Listen.
And you just repeated the slur again. If it doesn't matter, why do you all keep questioning her identity? She's always identified as a black woman. She is biracial. She has a Jamaican father and an Indian mother. She's always identified as both. Why are you questioning that?
Well, George, first of all, this is something that's actually a conversation throughout social media right now. There were a lot of people who are trying to figure this out. But again, that's a side issue, not the main issue. The main issue...
Sir, 1 second. You just did it. You just did it again.
Of the United States.
Why do you insist on questioning her racial identity?
You want me to talk?
I want you to answer my question.
George, now that you're done yelling at me, let me answer. He talked about it on the stage yesterday in Atlanta for 2 minutes? He spent more than 35, 40 minutes going after her record, talking about how radical of a senator that she was. She was the most liberal senator in the United States, in the United States Senate. That is a fact. He talked about the job that she did as vice president of the United States, a job, I will add, which has been a failure for the American people. I know you guys like to glom on to this that he talks about in jest or in a serious manner for about a minute or so, but what you do not cover is the litany of failures of Kamala Harris. That's what you're not covering, George.
So questioning somebody's racial identity for a couple minutes is okay?
George, I'm going to tell you again, he brought it up. AP is the one that wrote the headline when she first came in to the United States Senate. Didn't talk about her being black, talked about her being the first Indian American senator. AP brought that up. Right. I mean, George, we could have this conversation for the entire segment, but none of this matters to the American people. What matters to the American people is, are we going to have the same policies of the Biden-Harris administration that has been destructive of the American people, or are we going to have the policies of the Trump administration, which put America first, had low inflation, prosperous Americans, no matter your race, no matter your color, no matter your creed, and a foreign policy that kept America safe? Those are the facts that truly matter, because this issue is going to come and go. The lives of the American people is what's going to remain, and that's what matters more than anything else.
If it doesn't matter, I don't understand why you keep on repeating it, why the president keeps on repeating it, why those introducing the president yesterday
George, actually, I'm not the one who keeps repeating it. George, you're the one that's bringing it up now. That's you.
You've done it.
I understand why.
Sir, you've done it. You've done it 3 times. Every single answer you gave me. Now let me finish, sir.
George,
every single answer you gave, he repeated the slur.
You asked me, George. That's why I'm pushing back on you now.
I mean, yeah, Stephanopoulos.
What slur did he repeat?
That he calls it a slur, saying that she may not be black.
Well, you know what? Stephanopoulos forgot to mention she's also Irish.
That's right.
Her father is at least half Irish. His great-great-great-grandfather, whatever, his ancestor, came from Ireland and bought a plantation and owned many hundreds of, had a huge slave plantation in Jamaica. He was Irish. So there is Irish in her. There is Hindu in her. Maybe there's African from, I don't know, but the what the point is, the point of the matter is not what she really is. The point of the matter is what she claims to be.
Yeah.
And it's when it's convenient for her. And that's the point that really needs to be understood.
The reason I played this.
She's black when it's convenient.
Yeah.
She's Asian when it's convenient. She hasn't been Irish because that's not convenient for her, but she is part Irish. If you did her DNA, probably 20-25%. But when it's convenient for her is when she was in Atlanta and she had all these black rappers out twerking, and it was so stereotypical. And then she comes out, hey, y'all, with this stupid Southern accent. Trump doesn't do that. Could you imagine if Trump went to Atlanta and started talking with a Southern accent? Oh. I mean, come on. That is so insulting and degrading and pandering and condescending. That's what it's about.
The reason I play this, George Stephanopoulos, if there was a debate on ABC, he'd be one of the moderators. And when this exchange that he's having with Byron Donalds, he's red-faced, Stephanopoulos. He's very upset. And you know who else is part of ABC News? The View ladies. That's part of ABC News.
Yeah,
so he's supposed to go and be interviewed by the network of this guy, Stephanopoulos, and The View for a debate?
What would happen if he did that is Stephanopoulos would basically become her surrogate.
Yes.
And would be arguing on her behalf.
Exactly.
So he'd be arguing with two people.
Or three. Well, whoever, there'd be two moderators. So he'd have two moderators plus her.
It'd be 3 against 1.
They would never let him. If he brought up anything exposing her, they'd shut him down. He should not do the ABC debate. It should not happen. If he does it,
I have a
he does
feeling
it.
no debate's going to happen because she refuses to do the Fox one. He won't do this. So people are calling her a chicken. So I don't really care. They can call each other whatever the hell they want. But I agree with you. I think that if he did the ABC, he should at least, if he did it, he should say, I will do it, but not with Stephanopoulos.
Yeah.
He cannot be the moderator. It has to be somebody else because it's too personal with him.
Now, if you'd like to support the program, there's many ways to do that. And one of those ways is to load up on these great products at these incredible deals going on at MyPillow.com. And there's a whole bunch of items that are some of the most popular items at MyPillow for just $25. The MyPillow Giza pillows, we have these, $25. The MyPillow sheets, just $25. We have those too. With our promo code Kane, of course, Kane at checkout. The MyPillow 6-piece bath towel set, just $25. The MyPillow dish towels, that set, just $25. The American flag pillows, it's 2 for $25 with our promo code Kane. The MyPillow sandals, slides, and slippers, just $25 with our promo code Kane, Kane at checkout. The MyPillow dog beds, $25 with our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane. The MyPillow couch pillows, just $25. The MyPillow beach towels, just $25 with our promo code Kane. The MyPillow pet blankets and the MyPillow regular blankets for people, just $25, all with our promo code Kane at checkout. The MyPillow Bible pillows, 2 for $25 with our promo code Kane at checkout. Great gifts for the kids and grandkids. There's many more specials. You can take advantage of all the specials. And remember to use our promo code Kane, Kane at checkout, because when you do that, not only are you getting great deals on these great products, but you're supporting all of the content that I bring to you. The podcast, my YouTube channel, the radio show, everything. Promo code Kane, Kane, at MyPillow.com. We're going to take a quick break. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy, and be right back.
Are you ready to transform your living space with a touch of modern elegance and quality craftsmanship? Look no further than AlphaFurnishings.com. AlphaFurnishings.com is your go-to destination for premium metal and acrylic furniture legs that are truly exceptional. They have a wide range of sizes and a spectrum of vibrant colors so that you'll find the perfect match for your furniture. Their exclusive features make each furniture leg a masterpiece just waiting to enhance your home decor. Whether you want to have a contemporary makeover of your sofa or a cabinet that's in need of chic transformation, AlphaFurnishings.com has you covered. Their goal is to make a difference in furniture design. They create innovative products that can save and modernize your furniture. They've gone from a small apartment to 2 warehouses, and they have a simple message: small spending, large return, and an instant facelift. Elevate your home with AlphaFurnishings.com. You can also find them on Etsy. Just search for Alpha Modern Furnishing. Go right now to AlphaFurnishings.com and begin your furniture transformation journey. AlphaFurnishings.com. Have you been searching and searching for the perfect action figure or toys? Your search is over with Eduardo's Toy Co. on Mercari.com. Eduardo's Toy Co. is passionate about making people happy with toys. They have everything you're looking for, from the WWE to the DC Multiverse, Harley Quinn, and much, much more. There's something for every collector and lover of toys at Eduardo's Toy Co. on Mercari.com. Need gaming electronics? They've got that too, like the Sony PSP 1000. All the prices are fair and nothing is ever overpriced. You'll also find unmatched friendliness and communication. If you have any questions or can't find what you're looking for, feel free to message Eduardo anytime and he'll get right back to you. They're perfect for gift shopping too. Visit Eduardo's Toy Co. on Mercari.com. Just go to Mercari.com and search Eduardo's Toy Co. That's Eduardo's Toy Co. on Mercari.com. Start shopping right now. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Are you ready to break free from financial stress? Then order your copy of Stop Living Broke, the easy $1 method to fixing all your money problems, from author J. Angelo Battle, on Amazon. Stop Living Broke is not just another book filled with financial advice. It's a game changer. The author's unique $1 method offers simple, practical strategies that you can start using right away. Whether you're struggling just to pay bills or want to grow your savings, this book has you covered. It's filled with real-life examples and proven techniques. Stop Living Broke will show you how to overcome financial hurdles and start living the life that you've dreamed of, the life you deserve. The author is a seasoned professional in corporate leadership and sales training. He's turned his own financial struggles into financial success, and now he's sharing the secrets that have worked for him so you can achieve financial freedom too. Order your copy on Amazon. Stop Living Broke, from author J. Angelo Battle, on Amazon. Are you looking for that perfect personalized gift? Then check out MAUSA Co. on Etsy.com. They have everything from custom portraits and magnets to stickers, mugs, tumblers. They also offer sweatshirts and tote bags. And that's just the beginning of their incredible inventory. Send in a photo of your pet and they'll create a beautiful digital portrait or poster just for you. And soon, their Christmas ornaments will be available. Enjoy discounts of up to 50% each and every day. Start shopping right now at MAUSACO.Etsy.com. That's MAUSACO.Etsy.com. You can also find them on Instagram and Pinterest. MAUSACO.Etsy.com.
You are listening to The Brian Craig Show podcast, broadcasting from sunny South Florida. Brian is joined by his wife and co-host, Kathy. Follow Brian on social media at BrianCraigShow.com. And now, Brian and Kathy.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian, always joined by my wife and co-host, Kathy. I wanted to play this other clip. I meant to play it in the first segment with the Byron Donalds thing with Stephanopoulos. This is... Smirkanish, that's his name, Smirkanish. He's on CNN, and he's on Sirius Satellite Radio, and they sent a guy to a black barbershop and asked these guys at a black barbershop if Kamala is black, if they think she's black. He didn't like their answers, and his response is insane. Listen.
Is Kamala going to make you a little more likely or less likely to vote Democrat?
Hold on, Ray. Is Kamala black? Yes or no?
I'm going to let her speak on that. But to me, no.
Oh. Is Kamala black? Yes or no?
I share that same view.
Wow. Is Kamala black? Yes or no?
I heard she was. I heard she's half black and half Asian.
When I played that audio on my Sirius XM radio program on Thursday, many callers who self-identified as African American were quick to tell me that those men were the exception, not the rule. Some described them as low information voters, no different than you'd find among whites.
Okay. Wow.
So they got 3 black guys. 2 say she's not black. The other one's not sure. And he said they're low information voters, which means they're uninformed, uneducated, and stupid. Smirkanish. What a racist thing to say. If he does it, see, it's very interesting. Smirkanish on CNN, Stephanopoulos on ABC.
It's incredible.
Black men are saying things that the white liberal overseer doesn't like.
Right.
So they're trying to shut him down.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they really don't like is they're losing control of the black population.
Yeah, that's right.
Which they've always had control over them. And they're losing that, and it's freaking them out. And I'm sure the rally in Atlanta really freaked them out because Trump had a lot of black people up there speaking, not just on his behalf, but against Kamala. And like I said before, Kamala is at best, if you want to go by her genealogy, 25% African, maybe not even that much, okay? It's weird how genes work. Because, like, my dad is half Italian. It's his DNA. He's half Italian, half French. We both did the ancestry. He's 50% each, basically. So I thought I would be a quarter of Italian. I assumed this. My grandmother is a full-blooded Sicilian. I was only 10% Italian, which I was really shocked by, and I'm 65% British on my mom's. Anyway, it doesn't matter. She could be 50% black. She could be 5% black. What matters is how she identifies herself and how she uses it to her advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why this is such a problem for people to understand, because it's obvious that she uses her ethnicity when it's politically expedient for her, just like she uses her gender when it's politically expedient for her, because she can't go on her record. So this is what they do, like that whole interview with Stephanopoulos. They don't want to talk about her record. They don't want to talk about that. Instead, they want to try to paint MAGA as a racist. Once again, small-minded, stupid, blah, 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 instead of actually dealing with her record. And if they can carry that through the next 4 months, you know, she's had a very short campaign. When Trump started campaigning, it went on like a year and a half before the election. You know, he started like the summer before. So you had plenty of time to get to know him and get to know what he stood for. We really don't know too much about her, but a lot is coming out. And what we do know is not good. And they have a very short time. So their thinking is if we can keep them from talking about her and her horrible record for 4 months, and prop her up just to get her in, just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what they're thinking. So they're going to divert and they're going to focus on this. Well, I thought what Trump said about her ethnicity, and he said it, by the way, in front of a room of black people. And the reason he said it, and you and I talked about this, he didn't say, everybody thinks Trump says things off the cuff.
Never.
He says things he's much shrewder than the Democrats give him credit for. Okay, how do you think he got to where he is today? He says things with very calculated and with a definite purpose and meaning. Why would he say that in front of a group of black people and say it just there? He probably planned on saying that since the moment he got invited.
What happened, Kathy, is...
And look what it started, a firestorm.
Judge Joe Brown, who knew the father, started this.
And he's probably friends with
And I think that President Trump probably talked to Joe Brown, probably trekked with Vivek, too, about this, because in the Indian community, he did a little research and talked to some people before that. He dropped it. He's got a whole dialogue, and I'll tell you.
Plus, there were a lot of black people on Twitter saying she wasn't black before that.
The reaction of Smirkanish and Stephanopoulos and these other white saviors, is really out of proportion to what was said. And it makes you think that even they know that there's an issue here. It's like Elizabeth Warren passing herself off as a Native American Indian. But I'll tell you this,
Yeah, and look how they defended her and overreacted to her, and she found out she lied.
Yeah, she lied the whole time and committed fraud at the college.
But they defended her.
Kamala is not just a liberal. She's not just a California liberal. She's a San Francisco liberal, which is the most liberal of all. And this country is not going to elect a San Francisco liberal. If things in the country were going well, okay, like when Clinton was running the first time, if things in the country, if the economy was good, if we didn't have this crime wave of illegals that she's brought here and all this stuff, if things were going well, she would have a chance. But things are really bad and people are struggling in this country. And they know this, that Donald Trump, when it comes to money, Donald Trump knows how to make it and get the economy back on track.
I mean, I can't believe how much groceries cost. And I told you today I'm going to start shopping back at Walmart again because things are so expensive at Publix. It's out of control.
That's the big grocery chain here in Florida.
And Walmart is a little cheaper, so that's better for.
Well, you showed me
so much money, and this one guy filled his gas tank today, and it cost $80. Now he had a truck, but he said it was $80. He put it on Twitter, but he said under Trump this was $40.
Exactly,
it's twice as much. That affects not just your home, but that is why food prices are so high. Do you know how much it costs to fuel the trucks that deliver the food?
Oh.
I mean, there are Publix trucks everywhere down here on the road. The semis, they're huge, huge. Do you know how much gas they go for? Well, so how are they going to make up those costs? By increasing the price of food, not to mention the food that's delivered from the farms and from the factories and other places that gets delivered to the Publix distribution centers. That has everything, and Trump said that yesterday. He said it's all about the fuel, is the inflation, is the heart of it, is the price of fuel. And he said if we can start drilling and get that down, it'll have a ripple effect and everything else will start to go down. He's going to reduce interest rates. He talks about what he will do. Kamala has not talked about what she's, if she does, she's going to lie about it.
And he did it before. Now, the AP headline that Byron Donalds referenced, the Stephanopoulos, is all over X now. It's from November 9th, 2016. Here's the Associated Press headline. Yep. California's Kamala Harris becomes first Indian American U.S. Senator. There's nothing there about African American Indian. Indian
and why do you think they called her that? Why do you think that's what she told them, or did they not know, or why do you think they didn't want people to know she was black, or what do you think?
I think that Kamala does whatever Kamala's got to do to get what she needs right now. And being the first black senator, that was accomplished a long time ago. There's nothing special about that.
Yeah, after the Civil War.
But being an Indian American, that's a little unique and special. Liberals out in California, oh, well, we're going to get another check mark off a box. I didn't think we would get.
Plus, there's a lot of Asians in San Francisco.
And there's a lot of
Indians
out there. A lot of Indians. A lot. You know, and this, I understand that India is in Asia. I get that. I've known Indians my whole life. I've never heard any of them refer to themselves as Asian.
That's a new thing.
They all say Indian.
Yeah, that's a new thing now that they're associating because they want to – they started this whole Asian Pacific AA, whatever it's called, thing, and they even have their own month now to celebrate it. So they want to loop into that. And they are part of Asia. They're in southern Asia.
I understand that.
But you're right. They never referred to themselves as Asians until – recently. I've never heard that growing up. It was always Indian. But that was it.
But that was what all the stories were at the time. That's it. And, you know, Laura Loomer found her birth certificate. Her father did not put black. He wrote Jamaican under race for himself on the certificate. Her mother, now this is interesting, and this is something I've learned about Indians. I did not know this about Indians. I'm talking about Indians from India, not like Native American Indians. Indians consider themselves to be Caucasian.
No way.
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that?
Well, Kamala's mother on the birth certificate, she wrote Caucasian for herself.
That's interesting.
And I've heard some talk this week from Indians. They say they are Caucasian.
Really? That's a surprise to me.
So Gandhi's Caucasian? Well, if he was still alive.
Is that what I don't know. If you're Indian American, let us know if that's because that's news to me.
You know, the thing is this, okay? It's not about color mattering.
No, it's not.
It's about integrity. It's about a fraud. It's about
it's about Elizabeth Warren time.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the same thing.
And she went through. This would be my guess. Okay, it probably her mother was Indian, and she never even thought about anything other than being Indian. If you look at the family photographs of her and her mother, she's wearing traditional Indian clothing and everything else.
Our daughter is biracial, and she did the DNA testing with me. And Emily is like 40% Caucasian, and then the rest of her is African, and she's Native American. She's from Ecuador.
Yeah.
So I asked her, because she does not look white, Emily. She's like, got brown skin and curly black hair. And I asked her, do you consider yourself white or black? She said, I consider myself black.
Yeah.
And she looks more black than white for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't look at Emily and say she's Caucasian in any way, shape. Most people think she's a mix of Spanish and black. And I said, okay. And she said, but everybody tells her she's really white because of, I guess, the way she was raised, because of her personality and her name, I guess.
She acts white, whatever that means.
She says, they say I act white, and because she likes white things, she says, I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but that's what she tells me.
She likes white things? What are white things?
That's what kids would tell her in high school.
Oh, okay.
Like she said the kids would say she had a very white lunch.
Yeah.
Because I packed her lunch. I said, well, sorry. So I'm like, whatever that means. But it's kind of funny. But Emily laughs about it. She doesn't get mad. We joke about it. It's no big deal. When we have these conversations, it's nothing serious. There's no anger. There's nothing like this. But so I think it's okay to talk about it. It's I don't think people have to get all upset like George Stephanopoulos and start ranting and raving and get all angry. I don't know why he was so angry about it. It was bizarre to me that he took it so I mean, he's not Kamala's husband. Why the hell did he get so upset about it?
Because there's truth to it.
I mean, exactly. I mean, I can have a conversation with my daughter and we don't get angry about it. We just I ask her, it's a matter of fact.
Because they have something to hide.
Okay. But George Stephanopoulos, who's supposed to be an indifferent journalist, which, by the way, he's not a journalist, really. He's a political operative. That's how he started in this business. But for him to get so angry and emotional, to me, was so bizarre. And with Democrats, anytime you don't agree with them, you're either a threat to democracy or you're low information, because their ego is so massive that that's the only way they can explain it. They can never admit they're wrong. So there's got to be something wrong with you. If you don't agree with them, you got the problem. And I have somebody in my family that's like this, and that's exactly how he thinks.
It's an election year in the United States. That means it's time to stand up and let the world know how you think. There's no better way to do that than with StandUpAmericans.com. That's Americans with an S. StandUpAmericans.com is your go-to online apparel store. They carry shirts, hats, travel mugs, and much more that say exactly what you're thinking. Stand up for what you believe in with StandUpAmericans.com. You'll find great gifts too. Remember who you are with gear designed for and by American patriots. Visit StandUpAmericans.com. That's Americans with an S. StandUpAmericans.com. Patriotism isn't just for election years. It's for every day of every year. If you're a proud American who wants to show your love of God, family, and country, check out USArtForYou.com. That's USArtForYou. With USArtForYou.com, you can express your patriotism in style with the exclusive Donald Trump mugshot t-shirts, coffee mugs, and magnets honoring the convicted patriot. Check out the Don't California collection that includes hats, t-shirts, and mugs celebrating great states like Texas and free Florida. Admire America with the American Beauty collection that features stunning artwork showcasing America's splendor, and experience the Holy Land of Israel through the pilgrimage section that's filled with beautiful photo art of Israel. You'll find great gifts for the patriots in your life too. Use the promo code RADIO and save 10% off your order. Express your faith, love of family, and patriotism in style from canvas to apparel with USArtForYou.com. That's USARTFORYOU. USArtForYou.com. Are you a business owner, large or small? Or do you work from home? Then listen up. Universal Shop Limited is your home for all the business tools you need for your company's success. Universal Shop Limited provide essential tools for all businesses. From eye-catching marketing templates to efficient organizational tools, they have everything you're looking for your company. Check out their best-selling Small Business Organizer, the ultimate planner for startup owners, with sections for goal setting, financial planning, and day-to-day operations. Their virtual shelves are filled with digital tools that are meticulously crafted to empower you and your business. Their inventory includes product inventory trackers, printable cash receipts, monthly bill trackers, and so much more. Whether you need a work-from-home planner or a digital food inventory tracker, Universal Shop Limited has what you're searching for. Visit the Etsy shop right now, online at universalshoplimited.etsy.com, and elevate your business to new heights. Universal Shop Limited.etsy.com, empowering your business with the tools for success. Find everything your business needs right now at universalshoplimited.etsy.com. Hey everyone, Brian Craig here. You asked Mike Lindell and he listened. Mike's offering the queen size MyPillow for just $19.98 with our promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at checkout at MyPillow.com. Plus, you could get the 6-piece MyPillow towel set for just $25. The bed sheets, they're $25 too. The new MyPillow mattress topper as low as $69.98. Go to MyPillow.com. Use our promo code KANE for these huge discounts. You can also order by phone. 1-800-716-4879. 1-800-716-4879. Promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at MyPillow.com.
You are listening to The Brian Craig Show podcast, broadcasting from sunny South Florida. Brian is joined by his wife and co-host, Kathy. Follow Brian on social media at BrianCraigShow.com. And now, Brian and Kathy.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig, always joined by my wife and co-host, Kathy. During the break, I went to an app I rarely go to, LinkedIn. And I follow Donald Trump on LinkedIn.
Oh, I didn't even know he was on there.
And I'm shocked he's on there myself, but he has something up there, real Donald Trump on LinkedIn. I wonder if they ever banned him from LinkedIn. You know, I really don't get LinkedIn. I really don't.
A lot of people are on it, though. It's like a business.
I'm on it.
It's like it's kind of like a virtual like business card thing. Where you give people your LinkedIn link and then it links you with other people. It's just a way to network.
Yeah, I'm on it because I guess you're supposed to be, but I don't really understand
I'm not on it because I don't have a job. But.
Yeah, well, you know, your job's taking care of me.
That's
which is a full-time job.
That's for sure.
With lots of overtime.
That's for sure.
But
it's exhausting.
No, but the thing I don't get about LinkedIn is like I have the free version. And I constantly get DMs on LinkedIn from LinkedIn reps trying to sell me the premium service where you have access to all kinds of things, like you can see who looks at your profile if you're a paid member. But I'm not a paid member, and my profile isn't even really. I've never really even completed it or set it up or anything else. But anyway, Donald Trump's on LinkedIn, and he posted on LinkedIn the Joe Biden, Kamala Harris accomplishments.
Oh, wonderful.
And he just put this up today.
Very smart.
Mm-hmm. Number one, these are Biden-Harris accomplishments. I'm not kidding. Trump posted this up on LinkedIn. Allowed 15 million unvetted illegals into the country. I have to update that as 20 million. Historic inflation crisis. Record high gas prices in all 50 states. Record high consumer debt. Released terrorists into the country, the Ukraine-Russian war, the Israeli-Hamas war, the disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan, violent crime is skyrocketing, tried to jail political rival in the name of democracy, that's for sure, lied to the American public about Joe Biden's decline, declared war on American energy, record low test scores for K through 12 students, and the most unpopular president and most unpopular vice president in U.S. history. Those are the accomplishments. That's good. I agree with all those. I didn't know about the record low test scores, though. See, Trump's even on LinkedIn. So he's using the social media. The one thing that Trump's not doing, though, that I wish that he would do is be very, very active on Twitter.
Yes. I'm going to send you an article.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
A new witness has come forward. Remember, Trump likes to talk about that Casey Hutchins, who wrote a book, how Trump...
Oh, she's the one that said he tried to take control of the limo of the beast.
Yes. And she said that under oath, by the way.
Yeah,
Well, a new report, there's a new whistleblower. I love these whistleblowers. That has come out, and I'll send you the article. I think I just sent it to you. That refutes what she said and said that she lied, that it never happened. And I love when Trump talks about it. He's like, yeah. I mean, people that believe this are people that believe that Russian hookers peed on him and Vladimir Putin filmed it. I mean, these are stupid people. Can you really see Trump lunging in a limousine across? First of all, Don Jr. said it's like a huge gap between where they sit. You know what I mean? Like they're in those big SUVs and those are big cars. He said it's like a 5-foot stretch. And he'd reached across with these big Secret Service guys and demanding. So anyway, there's a new whistleblower that came forward, even though one of the Secret Service agents said she was not telling the truth. Somebody else that was there said that she lied about it as well. So the question is, will Casey Hutchins be arrested for lying under oath? And I'll read the article to you, unless you want to.
No, you can go
with the link. Okay. It says here, more testimony against former President Donald Trump has been refuted. Cassidy Hutchinson, a star witness for the January 6th committee and a former aide to Mark Meadows, claimed under oath that she heard Tony Ornato. Remember, she heard this. She wasn't even there. She said she heard this secondhand, which wouldn't even be admissible in court. She heard Tony Ornato, who was the head of the presidential security, say that the former president lunged for the steering wheel of his limo to head back to the Capitol during the riot. But now, a new witness who was interviewed by the Department of Homeland Security's Office of the Inspector General has said that never happened, the Daily Caller reported. We also interviewed Secret Service agents in the limousine with the president. The limousine driver said that the president was angry when his request to go to the Capitol was denied, whereas the president's detail lead, who was seated in front of the president, said he did not recall if the president was angry. The report said, we asked whether the president reached for the steering wheel or lunged. The witness said those actions did not occur. So one agent said he was angry. Another agent said he wasn't. So here you have, we know how honorable the Secret Service is now these days. And then you have them that he did not lunge. And now another witness has come forward and said that. So she lied. Big surprise. The whole January 6th committee was a joke.
You left out part of that because the story leaves out part of it because she said after Trump failed to get control of the beast to go to the Capitol, he came back to the White House and started throwing food on the walls.
Yes, that's hamburgers,
hamburger patties.
Patties, yeah. He talked about that too. He laughed. He talked about that in one of his rallies recently. He said, yeah. Then apparently I went back. These people. It is amazing how they just they have vivid imaginations.
Well, these things
they make this stuff up. They knowingly
that
lie.
Is okay. If Trump was,
and then they go under oath.
If Trump was at the temperament that he would like choke people and then throw hamburgers on the walls, this is something you would see happen all the time. This is not the kind of behavior that people can hide.
Like when you saw Kamala yelling at people for saying Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's her real personality.
It's an absurd claim.
You've never seen Trump act like that. But these liberals, they lie to themselves. They live in a fantasy world of lies. They really believe not only do they lie to everybody else, they lie to themselves and they believe they're pathological because they want to believe.
They hate him so much. These absurd things sound realistic to them.
So the question is, will Cassidy Hutchinson, who wrote a book, by the way, with a horrible cover, will she get arrested for lying under oath? I'd probably not because she said it was hearsay. I heard it. It was so ridiculous.
She lied to Congress.
That's true.
They could put her in Bannon cell when he gets out. He's probably at a men's prison.
She could say, well, that's just what I heard. I mean, how can you refute what somebody heard? You know what I mean? She could say, well, I heard it wrong then. It was so ridiculous.
The thing with Cassidy Hutchinson, okay, the way she obviously was coached by some smart legal people, because the way that she lied to Congress was in a way that can't be proven or disproven.
Right.
So she didn't say she witnessed it. She said in a private conversation with someone told her. Well, it's he said, she said. There's no way to prove that this conversation did not happen and this person did not tell her that. So, and even if he did or didn't, who knows if he was telling her. So she lied to Congress, but there's no way to prove she lied to Congress. So she's, she's not smart enough to come up with that on her own. No. You know what I mean? So but these Liz Cheneys and Pelosi's, they hate Trump so much. The idea that he was choking Secret Service officers and throwing hamburger patties on the walls of the White House, they hate him so much. To them, that sounds totally realistic that he could actually do something.
I mean, do they have screenwriters? They're not very good or
not
clever.
Good ones.
That make this crap up because it's not very good or believable. And then it came out on X by Laura Loomer yesterday that Kellyanne Conway, who just met with Trump, by the way, in New Jersey, she put a picture of her with Trump in New Jersey. She had a really cool MAGA hat that was like a pretty blue, that she works for the Ukraine government. She just got a job making $55,000 a month. And Laura Loomer posted her paperwork with her signature. She's like a Ukrainian asset now. And so
crazy. And you know what, Kathy?
Thank God she's not running his campaign.
Ukraine is paying her $50,000 or so a month of the taxpayer money we're sending them.
Exactly.
And what they're paying her for is to set up meetings with government officials in the United States. Do they really need her to do that? And $50,000 a month. I've never trusted Kellyanne Conway, ever. I've told you that for years.
Everybody has a price. Look at Kyle Rittenhouse. He came out and he said, we talked about on the last show that I don't back Trump. I'm writing in Ron Paul, blah, blah, blah. No backsies. Remember he said that? No takebacks. No takebacks.
No takebacks.
Same thing. And then 12 hours later, he's kissing Trump's ass. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I talked to people on the Trump team. Yeah, right. He probably just talked to his friends. And they told me this, that about Trump really is pro Second Amendment and blah, 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 blah. So what happened is he probably got convinced or got paid whatever amount to come out against Trump. And then there was such a huge backlash. He lost like 40,000 followers in 12 hours on Twitter.
I unfollowed him.
He probably got people to stop returning his phone calls. And he panicked. But can you trust this guy now? No.
He's done.
He's done. You can't trust him now. Not that he has any kind of power or influence.
You know what really surprised me?
You can't trust him anymore.
Is Cat Turd on X really got upset at Rittenhouse. He really took it personally. He was going off. And there was a movement on Friday to not just unfollow Kyle Rittenhouse, but block him. And a lot of people were blocking him. I unfollowed him.
Yeah.
I was following him and I unfollowed him. I never cared too much about what he said, but that betrayal,
he turned on a dime real quick.
Yeah.
And then he turned back on a dime again.
So they may not have paid him because he'd have to give the money back. He turned too quick.
So what do you think? He got something out of it. He wouldn't do that.
He can't handle pressure very well.
Well, no. I mean, he's obviously, that's apparent.
He lost some followers on X and he had a flip out.
Yeah, he did. But this is,
and then he totally reversed it.
He's young and, clearly
you better start learning how to get a job.
Manipulated.
It would seem to me that someone like Kyle Rittenhouse could make a living going to gun shows and selling guns or something. You know what I mean? Or memorable or things connected to it.
He might do that. He might be a special guest at gun shows. And
if he got, what I mean is he could have his own, a dealer's license and sell guns and things like that at gun shows. I'm surprised he doesn't do something like that because a lot of people would, just because
somebody set him straight real quick.
But just because he used his weapon in self-defense is no reason to support anything that person does. Okay, just because someone does one thing that you like or support doesn't mean you support them throughout their life.
Did he really think that attacking Trump would be a good look for him? I mean,
I don't think he thinks too much. He's young and he's very immature and he's
full
of
himself.
himself.
On the Trump train. He got back on real quick. I've never seen such a fast turnaround. You know what I mean?
Somebody's taken a seat. It's been given to somebody else.
Well, yeah, but you have other guys like Glenn Beck and other people that have gone against Trump. It took them months to come back on the Trump train. and we see the light. This was the fastest turnaround I've ever seen. So at least you can give him credit for being smart enough to admit he was wrong and get back on the Trump train. But like I said, I don't see him in Trump's orbit. And maybe that's what sparked this, that he's not getting invited to things, and he was pissed.
Well, I like this thing how he said he talked to the Trump people, like Trump had them reach out, like they care.
Yeah, I don't think that happened.
I'll tell you this, though. Kyle Rittenhouse should not carry a weapon because he cracks under pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, he totally just choked on that one. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. He turned around so fast.
Yeah, he's a coward. He doesn't like losing followers. Now, we got very lucky here. We missed a hurricane.
Yes, in South Florida, but it's hitting Tallahassee head on. My old home.
Yeah, it moved over to the Gulf. It moved further away from Florida. We didn't even get a lot of bad weather. It rained a little bit here and there.
No, it's been fine.
And we had some wind gusts. I did a live stream on YouTube this morning on our back porch. On the weekends, a lot of times I do YouTube live streams from our back. We have a nice back porch that's screened in and everything, and I like sitting out there, and I do live streams on YouTube there a lot on the weekends. And sometimes in the mornings before I go to the radio station. And I was getting some wind gust from the wind bands.
It was windy today.
Every once in a while you get these wind gusts.
Yeah.
But luckily we didn't get the hurricane. Another part of Florida is. But if you're in Florida and you need a roof repair or a roof replacement, you want to call Tom Laporta at Laporta Roofing. Tom Laporta at Laporta Roofing, this is a really cool thing because he's a licensed contractor. In Florida, the law allows him to deal directly with your insurance company for the cost of the repairs or a new roof. So you may not have to go through a public adjuster. And, the insurance company, they send out an adjuster. You don't want to deal with them on your own. Tom could deal directly with your insurance company for the cost of the repair so he can, good chance he can take care of you and get it done right. Give him a call. This number rings directly to Tom Laporta's cell phone. He does great work. I've seen his work not just on Steve Kane's house, but other listeners' houses. The number is 954-604-4602. 954-604-4602. That's his cell phone. You can call or text him, 954-604-4602. He works on every type of structure from single-family home, office building, municipal buildings, apartment buildings, condos and HOAs, schools, churches, warehouses, whatever type of structure, he can do it. And he works with every type of roofing material there is. Also, you can find him online at LaportaRoofing.com. That's LaportaRoofing.com. Tom Laporta is a good MAGA guy. He'll never sell you a roof you do not need. If you just need a simple repair, he'll do the simple repair. So give him a call. Again, his cell phone number, 954-604-4602, 954-604-4602, and online, LaportaRoofing.com. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Brian Craig, always joined by my wife and co-host Kathy. We will talk to you next time.